So you've just heard, how many have stayed, how many are leaving, and who are the newcomers? It's fair to say that things have moved very quickly. After yesterday's dismissal of Prime Minister Shu'al Kokalamega and his government, the president of the transition issued 2 new decrees today, the first appointing Major General Abdoulaye Mega as the new Prime Minister and the second forming the new government.
Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is just a quick update on Mali. After the shock we have this week, they have introduced us to their new government. 28 members, including old and new. They want us to know their names, what they do and what they do not do, especially the new Prime Minister, his position. Wow, it's not a small person. He has done a lot and he will continue to do more. I've done my job, families. Please listen and I'll be back. Thank you so much. For me, I'm happy that they have women among them who are also doing their part because it's very, very important. I will see you, families.
With a 28-member government, including 5 women, Mamadou Kone explains the new governmental scenario. Day after the dismissal of Prime Minister Suriul Kokalamagan, the president of the transition, Army General Assimi Goïta, appointed a new head of government on Thursday, in the person of Major General Abdoulaye Mega. On the same day, the new 28-member team was formed, including 5 women. 21 ministers from the outgoing government, including 2 women, remain in their posts. Among them is Major General Abdoulaye Mega, who is also Prime Minister. Preserves decentralization. The 2 women who keep their portfolios are Omali Madina, Scissors for Transport and Infrastructure, and Colonel Asabaya Toure. Health and Social Development. These new personalities join the government. We have Bakary Traoré, now Minister for the Refoundation of the State, in charge of relations with institutions. Boubacar Diane, new Energy Minister, and Mahmoud Man, new Minister for Crafts, Culture, the Hotel Industry and Tourism. Minister and Delegate to the Prime Minister, in charge of political reforms and support for the electoral process. Among the new entrants are 3 women. They are Umasok, who will be in charge of national entrepreneurship, employment and vocational training, Diara Geneba Sanogo at the Ministry for the Promotion of Women, Children and the Family, and Doumbia Mariam Tangara, in charge of the environment, sanitation and sustainable development. You already know a lot about him. Now they are wearing the same hat. As the new Prime Minister and head of government, he knows what he's doing. Major General Abdoulaye Mega is a product of the Bamako Gendarmerie Officers School and the Kouloukoro Inter-Arms Military School. After Kathy's British military diploma, the new occupant of the primature has a doctorate in international security and defense. The Ama Keita Sensory team takes us through the man's academic and professional career. We know him as Abdoulaye Mega, but his fellow citizens have recently adopted a new nickname for him, one that his statements at events have come to dictate. The world will remember that after being abandoned in mid-air on June 10, 2021, that we refused to accept any amalgam in the service of obscurantism. Abdoulaye Mega is back with the title and rank of Doctor in Security and Defense, Major General, now Prime Minister since November 21, 2021. We knew he was in the antechamber of his functions as head of the Malian administration, having been Minister of State and even occupied the Prime Minister's chair on an interim basis. International security and defense expert. In the fields of conflict management and good governance, human rights and humanitarian law, he has a reputation for high-level negotiation skills and for drafting reports and correspondence. Another favorable prejudice is the establishment and maintenance of harmonious and peaceful relations. No secrets for him. A mastery that calls for many others, that of computer science in all its components, Microsoft Project, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Outlook, that of spoken French and English, the Doctor of International Security and Defense, inspiring Doctor of Business Administration in Management Skills, supported by 3 Masters, 2 in Human Rights, International and Humanitarian Law. In International Security and Defense, Strategic Studies and Defense Policy, all of which have enabled him to occupy important national and international positions. United Nations Police Officer in the DRC, Warning and Prevention Analyst for the African Union. Program Officers and Analysts in charge of terrorism and violent extremism. And Maritime Security at ECOWAS, member of the editorial committee of the African Union's Journal for the Prevention and Fight Against Terrorism, among other statues, making him an experienced coup charger in numerous civilian and/or military schools, merits recognized by honorary distinctions. United Nations Medals for MONUSCO, Medal of Military Merit, Knight, then Commander of the National Order. The military man, a diplomat known for negotiation, was being sarcastic. With his new political hat on, will he be able to make the necessary alliances to meet the challenges ahead? Mahmoud Affair de la Culture is the newly appointed Minister of Culture, Crafts, the Hotel Industry and Tourism. His portrait, with so many effortless and Karmagot Traoré since Ortegu. An expert in art and culture management, Mahmoud has made 59 the brand new Minister of Handicrafts, Culture, Hospitality and Tourism. To be part of the new generation of social leaders who have been fighting for years for the blossoming of Malian culture. Designer of several projects and programs with a strong economic, cultural and social impact. Not least, the festival on the Niger, which attracts thousands of festival goers every year. This cultural enthusiast is the initiator of the Korean Cultural Center, a center specializing in the safeguarding of artistic expression, social art, and citizenship education. Masters in Cultural Management. Mahmoud Afe is familiar territory. For directing the Pan-African networks of the First African Fund for Culture. Vice Chairman of UNESCO's International Music Council since 2023, is on familiar ground. Spirituality, Mahmoud Daif is an officer of the National Order of Mali. Honorary citizens of the town and region of Siegu. And Senator of the Agence Chamber International. Originally from Neuro di Sahel, he speaks fluent French, Bambara, and Sarah Kolai. He is married with 3 children. The portrait of other new government members. Mamani Nassile, a connoisseur of political, institutional and electoral issues, has been appointed head of the ministry attached to the Prime Minister, responsible for political and institutional reforms and support for the electoral process. The new Minister for Energy and Water is Boubacar Jani. He is an economist who heads this strategic department. He said he was aware of the challenges of The portrait of these 2 new government members is with Ben Massibi. Boubacar Diane, 55, is the new minister in charge of energy issues. He holds a master's degree in economics and political science from New York University and a 2 in banking and finance. Diane was an auditor with the New York City Department of Public Works. Director of the Consultative Cabinet from 2010 to 2016, Minister Jeanette has taught at several private higher education establishments. In 2016, he was appointed chargé de mission at the Communication Unit of the Presidency of the Republic. In 2018, he joined the Presidency's Economic and Forecasting Unit as Boston Advisor, a position he held until his appointment as minister. Minister Janet is married with 2 children. He speaks Bambara, French and English. A connoisseur of political, institutional and electoral issues, Momani Nasiri takes the helm of the ministry attached to the Prime Minister, responsible for political reforms and support for the electoral process. With his 37 years of service, Momani Nasiri has been involved in all the reforms concerning these issues, including coordinating the various electoral law review projects from 2011 to 2022. Chairman of the commission in charge of the RE. The administrator, who graduated from ENA in Bamako in 1986, is a member of the Prefectural Corps and has served at various levels of responsibility in the Territorial Administration Department. He was arrondissement chief in CA in the Cercle de Huaro from 1989 to 1992. Technical advisor to Deputy National Director of the Agence Nationale d'Investissement des Collectivités Territoriales, Momani Naseret is also the author of several publications, including the Guide pratique de l'exercice de tutelle de l'État, reference document on the subject in Mali, as well as manuals on decentralization, the administrative organization of the territory and elections. The 65-year-old native of Mopti is a polyglot, speaking French, English, Russian, Bozo, Pule, Bambara and Saraya. And we have received...
Thank you, families. That's all for today. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. And I will see you again when something come my way. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, I will not disturb your weekend. But if there is breaking news, well, I can't help it than to share it with you. My kings and queens, those who are passing by, my returning families, my VIPs, thank you so much. God bless you all. God bless you. And I appreciate the super chat as well. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Credit to ORTM for sharing this news with us. I'm sure you have listened careful and you have an idea who these people are. Most of them are family-oriented men and women. And so definitely they will not take this position for granted. They will do their best to look after the people of Mali and above all the AES, because we don't want any crack again from now onwards. We want to be pushing forward. We want to be moving forward, not going back, not stepping on a brake or anything and restart the engine. No, that will not help us. So congratulations to those who made it. Congratulations to the new government. We are happy and we still support them 100%. Families, I'll be back. Enjoy your weekend. God bless you all. My kings and queens, those who are passing by, thank you so much. My VIPs, I appreciate you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Until anything come my way, I will not disturb your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. But if there's breaking news, yes, why not? I'll be here to share it with you. My son is waiting for me to use his office. I need to